Well, it's official. Apple has killed my beloved Pro Display XDR, 32 inches of pure, beautiful screen imagery. That's right, this beautiful 32-inch stunning monitor will no longer be produced. And maybe it's not the end of the world, and maybe it's good news for you watching, because I was able to get my hands on this Apple Pro Display XDR with the $1,000 tilting adjustable stand and nano texture for $2,900. This monitor was $7,000 when it was brand new, and it was only a few months old when I bought it. And something tells me a lot more of these things are going to be hitting the market. Or they won't. See, the new Studio Display is only 27 inches. Yes, it has a built-in webcam and speakers, and it's brighter, and many, many, many more dimming zones than this model. But I'm not sure that all of that really matters. This monitor, albeit 6 years old, is absolutely stunning to look at on my desk. I mean, sometimes I just put a video on and I'm just in awe of the clarity and depth and the deep blacks. I mean, this is like not ancient tech. Sure, it only refreshes at 60 hertz, but who's gaming on these things anyways? I mean, yes, when you're scrolling websites, maybe it's not as smooth as on your laptop, but I've never had like any regrets. I came from the regular Studio Display to this bad boy, and just like, wow, it is a stunning display. And I immediately was in love with the extra size. 32 inches in a monitor is insane, especially when it has the compatibility and just works with Apple the way this monitor does. The 27 inches just doesn't do it for me. Now, I am going to try the new Studio Display XDR, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I have the Nano version here, and I absolutely love it. I actually got the Nano version on the M4 Pro laptop, and I think having the Nano display on a laptop is an absolute no-brainer. But I do kind of miss the glossy display on the monitor in my workspace. Now, the way my office is set up, this usually isn't here. It's usually behind me, and I have a window from the door behind the camera here. And so I actually do have natural light that hits from behind me onto the screen, and the nano texture has been phenomenal. I mean, I've noticed I used to always have to keep the shades closed when I was working, when I had the normal glossy monitor Studio Display. And with the nano texture, I can, keep my office much brighter. I can keep the shades open, allow the sun to hit me from behind, and it makes no difference at all on what I'm viewing on the screen. Really, really incredible, the nano texture, and I do miss the glossy a little bit when it comes to, consuming content. But on the other hand, I shouldn't really be consuming content. I should be making it. We should be making more content, right? Like, why else do we have $7,000 monitors if we're not making content with them? But, we also want to view them. So, yeah, I am bummed that the new model, Studio Display XDR, doesn't come in a 32-inch size. But I'm also a little happy because that means I probably won't have to upgrade. I am going to try the new one because I have to try it. I've been waiting. I've been in this weird monitor world now for years, obsessing over which monitor is the best. And so far, nothing has come close to the experience the Apple Pro Display XDR has been able to give me. 32 inches, like I said, just until you try it, you really don't know what you're missing. 6K resolution, 1600 nits of brightness. And sure, this only has 600 nits of SDR, but I use an app called Vivid App, and it actually cranks this 600 nits SDR and actually allows the monitor to display in like HDR brightness. All right, sorry there. My Sony ZV-E1 decided to overheat. Never actually had that happen before, but here we are. I do have a little fan that I was able to put on the back. Let's see if this keeps it cool. Anyways, like I was saying, the Apple Pro Studio Display XDR is only rated for SDR at 600 nits, but you can actually use an app. It's called Vivid, and it allows you to use the HDR brightness while viewing SDR content. So I actually can crank this up, and it gets just as bright as my MacBook Pro display. So really, I'm not sure I'm going to see a huge difference in the SDR brightness of 1000 nits on the new one and the 600 on this one. And even with the XDR, this one reaches 1600 nits and the new model hits 2000. So 400 nit difference there as well. Seems to just be a 400 nits brightness difference. Will that make a big difference or not in my studio? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out until we get it on Wednesday. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make a quick video just discussing how upset I am that they've done away with this monitor and didn't release a replacement 32-inch model. So I'm going to hold on to this one for a really long time because I think this is going to be similar to those old studio displays, cinema displays from like 2000 and I don't even know, like the early 2000s, the old silver ones that kind of looked like this. I mean, some people still use those. I still have a Thunderbolt display that I still use occasionally with my old MacBook Pro just to get footage off of my DV cameras, like my camcorders. So anyways, I just heard the fan turn off. That's keeping this cool. Stay tuned, and we'll see you on Wednesday when I unbox the new Studio Display XDR. Till next time, Jerpo Tech out.